Hi, hi, welcome. It's me, Rookie the Tanuki. Hello, Enjoy. Right, let's get back into what we were doing, huh? So, what we were doing was we were doing like aquafire stuff where we're trying to dig out like through the aquafire, and it just kept going like on and on and on and deeper and deeper and deeper. Um, so I'll show you where I'm at. I'll let you know. I'll let you guys know. Like what happened between this stream and the previous stream because I had to do a bit of digging to see if I could get through the aquifer. Spoiler: we didn't get all the way through. We still don't have all the way through of aquifer. Um, but yeah, no, it's we're working on it. So let's get going. I guess this one. Warm Tub, the home of adventure. So, part of the stuff that I've been doing when I was between streams was trying to make the digging experience a little bit more safe. The mining experience a little bit more safe by doing managing the water basically. Um you'll see what I mean. I mean, this might look dramatic, but it's actually pretty shallow water. Already starting to evaporate over here. It's good. It's much better than what it was. And what I've been doing is I've been digging along the bottom right corner of the map here and putting fortifications. Oh, I didn't put fortifications along the bottom there. It should be here too. And what this does is if there's any excess water, it just basically drains off. Um, right. So if we get into one of these kind of situations again, at least the water, any excess will be draining off, basically. Um, and we did actually manage to find iron, so I think we did. Yeah, magnetite is an ore of iron. And we got flux-stone too, so that's pretty sick. That's pretty cool. Um, so what do you want to do now? Wait, what is this? Wait, what is the the lake used to be here, and now it's gone. Huh? That's a bit odd. And now Cow lives there. Yak Cow lives here. Did you drink all the water? A willow fruit and a spattling of toad blood. Yak Cow is exploring. Well, anyway, I guess we're gonna make sure that guy's assigned to in here, so he's safe and everything. Um, any roaming pets that should be not roaming? No, it looks like everything is assigned there. He must have just got spooked and wandered off for some reason. Okay. Um, might be a good idea to take a look at what my workshops are doing. You're making rock blocks. That's good, because we probably want to make some surface buildings eventually. In this area, we actually make the building. Um, the actual building for the Adventurers Guild. But I think we are about ready to start making iron. Pretty much. We could probably make steel as well. In fact, it's probably a good idea to just like get the whole thing going immediately, to be honest. And while that's all happening, we can do some more digging. So I guess the idea is here that we're just gonna dig um without like respect for the aquifer. We're just gonna like dig a big square basically. Okay, maybe not that high. Hang on. So from like here down, we're just gonna make this a big square. Like this. And that's gonna take a while. That is genuinely gonna take a while. Is damp dig on? Um oh heck. I don't think I had damp dig on. Okay. I should reselect it then. I don't want them like stopping every time they notice that there's water. There we go, that's better. And then I should probably put the music on. Okay, there we are. And we're still going to be making a whole lot of watery mess, but it should just flow out naturally out the side or out the bottom. So we don't really got to worry about it all that much. And even though there's like aquifer absolutely everywhere, we can just dig through it basically with no fear. And the guys are getting pretty good at mining because they've been doing quite a lot of it basically. Now, I guess the most natural place to put our steel area, or steel manufacturing area, would be down here, I guess. So, why don't we build somewhere to make steel with? Um, magma forge, furnace, um, smelter, I think is what we need. Oh, water at this location, you're not gonna let me unless it's bone dry, huh? I didn't know that. I mean, it's only a little bit of water, dude. Like, come on. Guess we gotta wait till the layer dries up a little bit. I want to have it here because there's both chalk, flux stone, and magnetite here, so this would be the best place to put it. Um, we should probably get people on smoothing and fortification as well, just to limit the amount of water coming in. Gotta get rid of these two. Destroy these walls. Ah, look at my little dwarves go. They're so good. Um, so Stoneworker is doing that, and Crash Dwarf. Well, how many cups do we have? Give me an idea of like how much we have currently. 2,000? Okay. Well, yeah, we probably don't need any more then. I want to start like cutting the gems that we have because we have found cut gems. So we're gonna start working with them because they can be used to increase the value of any of our crafts, basically. So let's get on that. I totally forgot about this dining area, didn't I? One table available now. Jeez. Actually, I don't know about putting it there. It's kind of in the way of the entrance. Yeah, we really dropped the ball in making furniture, huh? It's probably something I should be queuing up, probably. Chair? Oh, we gotta go into the menu. Wait, are we out of wood? I vaguely remember just being right, straight up out of wood. Okay, well, just cancel that. And then I guess we're gonna start making them out of stone or something. Yeah, because we're out of wood. Gosh, we go. That's kind of a bigger deal than I'm letting on, honestly, because we have to make sure that yeah, we got to make sure that we have wood for beds. We can make chairs and tables out of stone, but we can't make. Wait. How do we like? Do I need like a proper masonry workshop? I guess we do. I guess we need a masonry workshop in order to make the tables and chairs. Okay. Was stoneworker. Right. I guess that makes sense. Um I just put it here, whatever. We'll move it later. It'd probably be smart to move the gem bin up next to the gem place. Or that over here. One or the other. Yeah, they're called thrones. Um if they're made of stone and rock tables too. Okay, so how is the mining doing down here? Okay, we got quite a bit of leaking going on, but that's fine. That's fine. It's really not that much of a problem. As long as they start doing the smoothing just as they go along the edges. then it's not that much of a problem. Yeah, they're all coming in to do the smoothing. It seems like there's not aquifer over here, so we could actually do something with this area sometime. Notice how the water is kind of seeping through the layers a little bit. I think that means that the water is kind of like dripping from the top floor to the bottom floor, and it's being reflected here. I think a smart way to maybe speed this along a little bit would be to make a channel, maybe, to get rid of the water a little bit quicker. I think I might do that. If I can work out what the center of this is. Okay, so it's 47. Well, it's 46 if you don't include the walls. Which means there's not exactly a center. Well, I mean, there is a center, but it's like too wide, basically. Um, so if it's 46, we go 23 in, then we go to 24. As we want what we want to do. So from like here, and then like this. Maybe just make it this wide here. And if they do that, then that means that the water will have an easier time just like flowing along here and out this way into here. Because right now we're not actually using this for anything. So, yeah, we can let the water slowly drain out of this area. And it should be faster too because, there's less places for the water to go. Now they're digging in. That's going to fill up pretty quickly, so they better do this carefully. Yeah, it seems like there's plenty of magnetite still to be found because there's more down here too. Pretty nice. We're going to be making plenty of steel then. Yep, that should hopefully speed up the drying out process here. Um okay. In fact, we could do it like up and down as well. But for now, I think this is fine. I could do the same on like every layer basically. But we probably want to make some floor grates if we want to do that, just for the sake of like safety. Um, I think I will start making floor grates if that's gonna be like a permanent feature of the fortress. Um, Pause this for the moment and make floor grates. No, 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 no floor grates. Great. No, no, hang on, hang on. We already have a stoneworker's workshop. What am I doing? Okay, I made a second one for no reason. It's just called a grate. Gotcha. Do that. I'll just wait for her to make a sufficient number of tables and stuff. Um, and then we'll just disassemble that, because apparently we already had one, so that's pretty pointless to have two of them. Oh, we got more migrants. That's good. Um, all right. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Um, Only one of them is a kid. Awesome. Even better. The water is completely gone from these top areas. All right, let's start putting the floor grates in. This just makes it so that people don't actually fall through the massive hole that I'm making. So I can have my water features without actually being a liability. I think we're probably just gonna make the same slice down the middle of each of these layers just to control the water. Notice how it's drying out a lot faster now? That's pretty much perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Yeah, this is a good way to do things, I think. This is a much safer way of doing things. Um, because, yeah, things, I'm not gonna lie, things did get a little bit out of control, um, when I was trying to dig through the aquifers and stuff, but, and by the way, we're not all the way through. I still don't know exactly how deep the aquifers go, because they just kept going and going. Even when I was digging them after stream, so, yeah, we'll just deal with that later. At the moment, I'm pretty satisfied with having, um, having access to so many minerals. And everything that I need to make steel, basically. But before we increase the population cap again, we're definitely going to want to, at the very least, have access to wood again. Because we've managed to log the entire area. All the trees are gone. But there's saplings, and, sometime they're gonna spring up, and we're gonna, like, prioritize making wood, I think. I mean, making beds. Because that's one of the few things that you can only make out of wood. Yeah, she's having to walk quite a distance to get access to the gems to do her work. It's actually this guy that's doing it. Rough pink tourmalines. Okay, how dry is this area looking? It's looking good. I'm looking for hopefully a 3x6 area that doesn't have any rocks in it. That's somewhere near the center. It's kind of like a Spot Waldo situation. This is very close to being it. And, I mean, it could work. The thing is, because there's like a teeny tiny little bit of water there, it probably won't let me. So I'm gonna let that dry up, and I'll just keep supervising the mining. Probably need to buy some more pickaxes, because we can't make them right now. Um, hmm. We can have them channel this too. Oh God, that's pretty. I don't know about that one. Mm. Dwarf is gathering items. That's good. If he can't find the stuff. Oh, no, no, he's fine. He's got all the things he needs, apparently. That's good. No need to panic then. He's going to make something awesome. Don't know why they're taking such a long time to make, the floor grates. Maybe it's hard to access the stone? I mean, there's stone all over this place. I think it might be an accessibility problem. I mean, I could probably help that just by, going like this and making a little entryway here. So you're making Zelisang. Hmm. Okay, none of our nobles needs special rooms yet. That's good. Yeah, this is still pretty unsafe. Dwarves got to be really careful here. We could actually have an accident. Um, if my dwarves are not super careful. Yep, that guy. Conglomerate earring, cool. But in other news, someone just fell quite a distance. Are you okay? Health, wounds. Okay, you're fine. Yeah, you are pretty sturdy. You are pretty sturdy. She just fell quite a distance. Yeah, we've gotta make sure those floor grates are being made as soon as possible. Maybe we have that person making rock blocks just change to floor grates for a while. You are also making grates. Cause yeah, eventually someone is gonna take a massive fall through this slice through my fort, just splat on the floor. Okay, now I think it's sufficiently. Oh no, this little patch of water still here. It's nice how it's misting because they really like mist. So I think quite soon we're gonna have a big chunk, big chunk of stuff mined out so that we can see all of the iron and stuff that we need to make this steel. And we can make it down here. We could even put a farm down here. Like all of this mud, we could easily make a farm plot down here. I wonder if that would be any more convenient. Okay, so we're about done up here. All that's left to do is perhaps to do a bit of smoothing. I forgot to smooth this area, which is really, I shouldn't have left it like that. That's pretty counterproductive. Oh, this is too deep. Yeah, that's too deep to smooth. Mm. I mean, that could be a problem. Maybe a little bit of a problem there. Um, hopefully that gets shallower as time goes on. Hmm. Yeah, that's getting really, really deep here. My bad. My bad. I forgot to like smooth this part and then the water was coming out too quickly. Hmm. We'll manage somehow. Oh, it's summertime. Maybe some of the trees will start growing again. That would be good. I think my log production thing was a little bit too efficient. Ended up deforesting everything. Oh my gosh, there's definitely a flooding problem going on down here. I mean, the channel is still doing its job. It's just no one can get at this area to like smooth it, which is a real problem. What? You dropped the floor grate? How did that happen? Clumsy guy. Okay, so we're good up here. Let's make sure that everything up here is smoothed. There's no leaky points. And also the bottom edge needs to be fortified. And we can start on the next layer. Um, because we have this sort of like vertical slice going on, I wonder if I could make um like a minecart, like a minecart system to bring the wood from the higher levels to the lower levels. I think this little area is getting out of control. Yeah, we actually might need to wall this area off. But then my channel won't work. My the entire point of the thing won't work. It won't be functioning as like a water drainage system if I just like at least anyone falling from above is just gonna land into the water, which is gonna be a softer landing than landing directly on the rock, I guess. Um and then they can just swim out over here because it's a lot like shallower over here. So yeah, it's not super dangerous. It's pretty dangerous, but it's not super dangerous. Okay, I think they're finished with the smoothing here. Um, just for the sake of consistency and safety, I will put um the fortifications in on the bottom here. Gotta fortify that part as well. That part's not even smooth. How did that happen? Yeah, this is becoming a bit of a mess. Okay, so I can make a metal worker shop right here. For sure. Or a smelter, I guess you would say. That's the other thing. I don't have any actual like I don't have any wood to use as fuel, which is kind of unfortunate. What do we do with this? What do we actually do with this? Oh my gosh. Hmm. I'm thinking maybe we make constructed walls and floodgates to kind of control whatever the heck is going on here. Um, I could see us doing that maybe, and then we can use this as like an aquifer. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with doing that really. I think that's fine. Um, right. So in order to do that, what we're gonna do is blocked at this location, water at this location. Okay. It's only a little bit of water though. I mean, come on. It's only a teensy tiny little bit of water. Okay. Um make coal. Don't we have coal? No, we don't even have coal. Oh god, okay. The humans have arrived. Oh my god, you just had to arrive when all this is happening, huh? Okay. Better bring the guys over to entertain the humans. Bring some cups over. Just bring a couple of the bins over. And we'll see what they have. Yeah, it's so much quicker to bring over the stuff when it's all in bins. But it has its own problems, like, for instance, really important items like that artifact earring being in there in one of the random bins. I'm gonna need to make sure that I'm not selling the freaking artifact that was just made. Um, okay, trade. You, is this just cups? Okay, this one just cups, so we can sell this one. No, not all the bins. You sell that one because it's all cups. And this one is all cups too. Okay. So that gives us a budget of 3,000. So what did you bring with you? Um, let's bring some gems. Not really interested in that right now. Musical instruments, we don't need that right now. Whip wine, pineapple wine, golden salve. I don't even know what that is. Let me check what that is. I'm gonna have to Google that. What is Dwarf Fortress golden salve? Is an extract made from valley herbs prepared by threshers at a farmer's workshop. Okay, what does it do though? Oh, it has no use, but you can sell it. Okay. At the moment, it's just like a valuable liquid, like oil. Um, hmm. Iron battle axe. Yeah, sure. Bronze. Okay. I hope we can find some bronze of our own. Another iron flail. Not sure we're gonna be iron using flails for a while. Large copper. Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting because because they're humans, they're bringing human-sized armors, which is going to be useful for when we have human-sized adventurers, but it's going to be more cost-effective to make it ourselves. So, um, maybe not. Kind of low on drink, but we're buying drink right now, so iron bolts. Mm, giant crab meat. We might be good on food actually, but it's nice to have plants because you can make them into alcohol if you need to. Okay. Discovering the farm. I think we've already read that one. Maybe. Maybe that was adventure mode, I'm not sure. Okay, this will give them a nice profit. There you go. Alright, we're good. We are good. We don't need to do that anymore. We also want to make sure that we have more people assigned to legendary miner, goodness, to mining. One more miner is gonna make sure that we can mine through these just a little bit faster. Yeah, this part's not getting any deeper, thankfully. This is all magnetite as well. We might just have to go one floor down. To make this work. That's another way we could handle this is we just go one floor down. Um, I mean, if we could actually get a dry layer, we could actually get a dry layer, then that would solve the problem too. I'm also gonna get rid of this because obviously if we can't reach it, um, we don't have any freaking coal and we don't have any wood to make, um, so that we could even make, you know, charcoal or anything. So we can have as much iron and steel and pig iron as we want, but we can't actually do anything with it until we have a fuel source. Um, it'd be cool if we could find magma. Magma would be pretty useful. It's not often that I actually get deep enough to find magma, though. I don't even know if I have found magma before, besides being on a, being on a volcano embark. Obviously, that's kind of easy to find magma on an embark like that. Okay, well, yeah, we're just gonna have to open that up and then control the water level at that stage in order to stop things getting out of control. We gotta finish off this section first, though. Naturally. I'm sure glad these dwarves aren't super fussy because we're still doing dormitory things. Everyone don't have their own rooms yet still. Luckily no one seems particularly bothered with that. They're good dwarves, my dwarves. Clystone. Um I suppose one thing that we could do is we could try to organize our minerals a bit. Um Sandstone. It's gonna be so satisfying when all of this is just one big square. That's the ultimate goal here. Yeah, whoever's making the floor grates is really taking their time. I got two people on that, and they're really maybe they're just not very good masons. They got to like make. Oh, you're still making tables and thrones? How many do you have? Okay, we got a few. We better furnish the area. Um. Okay. And now we go to our dining room. I can assign that as a dining room now, and that should make them a little bit happier. Okay. And we'll smooth this and make it look nice as well, eventually. But yeah, I think that's how we're gonna do this is we're just gonna have like a series of channels through this place in order to manage the water. Cause as they say, when life gives you lemons, you gotta make lemonade. Um and this fortress certainly has plenty of lemonade or water absolutely everywhere. I'm noticing our drink is still concerningly low, so we gotta get um brewing some alcohol. Yeah, cow mangled skeleton. Something must have attacked that. I thought that was a rock for a second, but it's a wild yak cow, I guess. Cancel smooth wall, could not find path. I mean, that's probably referring to down here. But we cancel all those jobs, so they shouldn't be complaining about that anymore. Oh, dude, I really hope that these trees mature sometime. Or I'm gonna have to start importing wood. I'm probably, as soon as the dwarven caravan comes over, I'll probably start importing wood because of the deforestation that we've caused. We're really lucky that we don't have elves as neighbors, or they'd be giving us grief for all this. Oh, it's getting a little more shallow. Maybe we should, while we have the chance, get in there and freaking smooth it. Because then I don't really need to take any further steps if we can slowly take back this area from the flooding. Okay, this is all smooth, I think. Right. So the areas with leaks are all getting plugged. That's awesome. Alright, looks good. Looking good. Looking good. And then once they're done with that, we can get them smoothing these walls too. We're just gonna smooth as we go, and then we won't have so many problems with the water. Okay. I think my kitty just came in. Yep. She coming in. She's sitting on her brown paper bag. She loves her brown paper bag. For whatever reason, that's her favorite thing to sit on. I was doing a little bit of cleaning up in my room, and I was thinking about maybe we should, think about putting away that brown paper bag, but I don't think Guppy would like that very much. Yeah, she's feeling really happy today because it's been super sunny. Yeah, pretty nice weather actually. But I've been having a bit of a sleepy day today. Uh, Initially I didn't get enough sleep, but then I just kept going back to sleep for little mini naps, mini power naps, and eventually I slept for 9 hours in total. And yeah, and now I feel very awake, very alert, very ready to. Don't ask why I'm yawning. I'm awake. There's a lot of garbage rock in this floor. Siltstone and I don't know if there's anything of any value. Oh, well, there you go. You got Fluxstone here. Because there's a little Fluxstone there, we gotta be aware that there could be Fluxstone in those layers. You coming in here to meow at me? What are you doing? Go clean yourself. You could just clean yourself, kitty. You don't need to meow at me while you do it. She probably wants her traits, but because I forgot to give them to her. But she can have them like after stream. I'm streaming right now, kitty. wonder if it would be even smarter to have like a channel around the edges, because that's where the water is like coming from. No, I mean it all kind of like comes together in the middle, so it don't matter. Either way, the water is draining. That's the main thing. Are they still making stone furniture? Yeah, maybe we stop you from doing that right now and just have you make rock blocks. Oh, oh, okay. Well, yeah. I'm seeing a problem here. I think what we want to do here is we want to move the stockpile over closer to where the dining area is. Um, then people can actually eat it. Yeah, let's do that. Because everyone is like going over there to pick up their stuff. And then having to haul it all the way to the dining hall. So, okay, we got a couple animals. These are animals that were brought in by the migrants, so they got to be assigned to the this place. We got a lot of animals now. Even the horses are breeding. Okay, the ones that are roaming. Oh my goodness, you got. Oh no, these aren't roaming. These are assigned. Um, the piglet needs assigned. The water buffalo. There's an awful lot of dogs. I'm not gonna lie, there's an awful lot of dogs. We might need to start, like, culling the dog population a little bit. Um, goodness. The cats really haven't been breeding. Did I bring, like, two male cats? No, I brought a male and a female. They've just not been breeding. Um, yeah, some of these dogs gotta go, I think. Maybe I'll just leave it to the auto butcher. I'm not sure exactly what the threshold is that they start butchering excess animals, but... Hmm. He must be getting there as far as dogs go. Okay, awesome. So all that's been smooth, and this water is gonna eventually drain out. That's awesome. Okay, so maybe once this flare is finished, we'll start digging down, and I mean, I don't even have any idea how deep that I need to go to find the magma layer. I probably like far beyond where the cavern layer probably. But I want the magma. I want the magma. I just don't really know where you would find it. Is it spoilers to figure out like to like maybe look up where the magma is? It's got to be like a deep layer, hasn't it? Hopefully not too deep. Cause if we can get to the magma layer, then we don't gotta worry about fuel. Cause the magma can be the fuel for our furnace and stuff. So maybe I will take a quick look and see where you will find magma in Dwarf Fortress. Where magma? Dig down. There are normally 3 sets of caverns, then magma. What the? 3 by 3 sets of 3 caverns, and then magma. Wow. I don't think I've ever been that deep. I don't think I've ever dug that deep, honestly. Would it be a good idea to look for coal, or do we just go all the way down? I'm not sure. Put the fortifications along the bottom here, just to keep the water drainage optimal. Maybe not even necessary anymore, but it's nice to have it, like, uniform anyway. They're still valiantly working on my 4th floor grates, but at a woefully slow pace. I could barely get through that sentence. I was like a tongue twister for me for some reason. There you go. Drainage is looking decent enough. I think it would be quite a bit easier if we had access to charcoal and wood and stuff, but yeah, not gonna have that for a while, I think. I mean, my first instinct is just to continue the way that we're going and dig out as much as I can, because I mean, we're in the right layer to find coal. Right? We're in the sedimentary layer, and that's where you find iron and coal. So we just gotta keep going with it, I think, until we find some. And it's probably gonna be a while before we actually run out of, before we, legitimately run out of coal, and we need to actually use magma. That's gonna be like a while, I think. I think I'll have the smoothing people smooth the whole area here, because they got to be getting better at it by now, so this really shouldn't take that long. They're just gonna enjoy looking at the smooth walls more than, all the rough walls that they've had to deal with up until now, and they're gonna have smooth floors as well to walk on. Just gonna keep the happiness up here and the productivity up as well, because the happier they are, the more productive they are. So it's a win-win. Good for dwarves, good for Armok, good for Rookie. Whoa! What is happening now? He is claiming workshop. Moody Dwarf is working? Okay, I mean, I guess they have everything they need. I still don't see any trees. Yeah, no trees. Yeah, the kitchen and this still needs to be moved inside as well, because keeping it in here makes little sense. I mean, what I could do is I could just, 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 I could just mine through here. He's gonna make an artifact or a masterwork. Little AG, welcome, welcome in. I think he's gonna make like a masterwork or artifact quality cut gem, which is gonna be really good. Okay, how we doing down here? I think everyone is went to do the smoothing, I guess. Are going to eat and drink in the new dining hall. Can't say I blame them. It took me so long to make it. How have you been? I don't think I saw you stream in a while. I don't know though. I mean, I took a little bit of a break, but I've been streaming quite a lot Dwarf Fortress recently. A perfect brown jasper. He claims it as an heirloom in the name of the family ancestor Mayfall Shot Angel. Perfect brown jasper. Wow. Wow. I wonder how much that is worth. Amazing. What is this area with all the doggies in it? Oh, that's the meeting area. But for some reason it's mostly a dog meeting area. If you go to assign the donkey to the pasture, certainly. Maybe the pasture will need to be increased in size soon. I think I've needed to make like a drawbridge for a while. Oh dude, we got wood. That's good. So there must have been like a tree that reached maturity recently. With this kind of situation that we have with transporting wood, we probably want to have something similar for stone. Because the way that we're handling stone is a lot less efficient than what we're doing with wood, I think. Um and certainly we're not able to do much with metal, so we probably want to get a handle on the wood first. So, what are we doing with stone? What are we doing with it exactly? I know we're going to be making a whole bunch of rock blocks and stuff. Um, we have to make a minecart system that takes the rocks and brings them to where we need them. And for that, we're going to need like ramps and stuff. I'm not sure I can wrap my head around how I'm going to do that right now. It could involve this horizontal slice that I've made in my fort here, but I'm kind of using that for um water drainage at the moment. I guess I could use like half of it for water drainage and half of it for like a ramp, maybe. Um, Let me just see what like 50% of this. So that's like 48 long. I could make it such that there's 14. No, that's not half, is it? It's 24 that's half. 24, so like this much is for drainage. And the other half is for ramps. Would that work? Would that work? Having like a minecart ramp. So it's like 50-50. Half of the slice is for water, and the other half is for transporting minerals, I guess? I guess. So, I mean, if that's the intention, then we're gonna need to, get rid of a lot of these floor grades. Uh, we're gonna need to get rid of... we're gonna need to get rid of some of these floor grades, he said. Deconstruct. Uh... No, that's a building. You're gonna have to, like, click on each one, aren't you? Oh, no! Oh, no. That's fine. I guess. Yeah, I guess that's the plan then. Is we're just gonna have like a rail system through the middle of the fort. I'll just have to see how it goes once like half of these are gone. Oh, what a pain in the butt this is. Okay, I think I might have left one of them in. So it's like 24, so it's like to here. It's only like 3 to the side of the building that we want to keep. Okay. And the rest of these need cancelled. Okay, so this part drainage and this part rampage, I suppose. Okay. Some of them will be dropped down here, but that's fine. They'll be brought back up and just like put here. How come there's not a floor grate here then? Put one here too, obviously. So how exactly is this gonna work? So what are we looking at here? We got a 14 by 2. 14 by 2 here, so... I think we're just gonna make like a spiral? We gotta make a spiral of some kind. Alright, I'm gonna need to like figure this out here. Let me give myself some room. If I do that, then it's these ramps that's bothering me. The slopes. The slope's gotta go for now. But then if I do this, then it's not gonna be draining. It's gonna be... I'm gonna have to make the drainage, make a detour, I guess. Gonna have to make a detour up this way and then through there. So the drainage is gonna go through this way now. And then through this way. Because this is gonna be converted into minecart system. Yeah, we're getting into some pretty sophisticated stuffs now. I mean, I guess like technically I could make I could technically make steel now. Now that I have access to logs, I can do like charcoal and stuff. However, however, I kind of want to do this right now. And in fact, realistically, we're probably just gonna mine all of this layer out if we're being completely real here. Um, so like, there's no real point in making fancy patterns because there's magnetite in there. So we're gonna need to get that magnetite anyway. This one injured citizen, no functional hospital thing has been visible for like the past 1,000 years. There's not gonna be a hospital for some time. Looks like Kitty has fallen asleep on her brown paper bag. I think down here would make a beautiful farm. I mean, I don't think it would be a terrible idea to move the farm down here, would it? I don't think it would be. Because eventually we're going to be moving our farm down to like, um, we're going to be moving it down to like the cavern layer eventually, so maybe we do want to prepare this land for farming. I don't know though. I think, however, I've kind of found myself in the middle of some grindy ant farm stuff, so I don't know. Is this a good thing to stream? Because when you're actually doing something, then I get it. But you know, we're kind of just watching. We're kind of just watching these guys mining out right now, and that's what I want to do. Is I just want to get as much minerals from this place as I can. And I guess sometimes it's just gonna be like that. Is we're just gonna check in. I'm gonna check in with you, and you can see how things are going. And well, the thing is, I can't really do adventure mode. I can't really do adventure mode on this map because the thing is that it's set in the same world is a thing. So if I'm like doing adventures with a different character, then all of the stuff that's happening here is going to be still happening. And the worrying thing about that is I don't know if I don't know if it's going to be I don't know if they're still going to be mining out while I'm doing that basically. Oh, hello there. Squid Coder. Oh, I see. So the thing is I went back a version cuz when I started stream it was DF Hack was one version behind. So I assume that it's caught up now. Pretty quick work, but it just so happened that yeah, when I started streaming, it was incompatible, so I rolled back my DF version. That is my Dwarf Fortress version. Yeah, like I said, quick work. That is what I said. Um, yeah, it just so happened that I was streaming in that period of time where there wasn't a DF hack version. I guess I'm just lucky. I guess. Diplomacy. Yeah, we're gonna need wood. That's what we need right now because we're kind of out of it. Uh, bring me all kinds of wood, every kinds of wood that you can get, because we cut down all the trees. Excited by this update. Most of the features, well, of the highlights at least, are features I made. What kind of features? Is it like fixes or fill me in, if you wouldn't mind. Broker requested a depot. We're gonna move some bins over here naturally. DF hack assign or move trade goods. Steel pick. Did I buy that? I must have bought that. I must have bought that because there's no way we made that. We don't have steel industry yet. Just bring 5 finished goods bins over. That should be plenty. Maybe 7. Look at the release notes for picks, but I made new buttons. Okay. Um, DFAC 51.08 revision 1. That's not the right one, is it? No, 51.09 revision 1. New toolbar icons and for popular tools. GUI mass remove has a toolbar option. Okay, for when you click eraser. Yeah. Announcements. You can remove any combination of constructions, buildings, stockpiles, and zones. Ah. Okay, that's cool. You guys bring that stuff over, please. We gotta see what they have. And buy some stuff. It's pretty quiet today. It is super, super quiet today. And it's super hot today, too. Freaking heck. I got a sippy. I'm gonna buy everything they have that's steel, I think. Um... Oh, you brought plenty of glass, because we're gonna need glass. For sure. Don't need gems, boulders, chains, flasks, toy boats, cages. I did ask for the lye, so we'll buy the lye. Lye is for making soap with, and I'm not sure how to make it myself, so I'm just gonna buy it from them. Um, Come to think of it, I don't really have a clothing industry yet, do I? And it's year 102. I'm gonna need I'm gonna need to get that started, aren't I? Um, I mean, DF Hack has like auto tailor, but I'm gonna need the actual workshops to do it. Take the gypsum plaster. It's probably more gypsum plaster than I'll need for the entire game, but quick lime, sure. Plump helmets, nice. I think we're pretty much good on food right now, to be honest. But I do like to buy a good amount of leaves and fruit. That's quite a lot of that's quite a lot though. That's quite a lot of leaves and fruit. I don't know. Maybe that was too much. Right. So let me just check these bins, make sure there's nothing super valuable in them. Okay, that bin's fine. Maybe that would be. I don't know if there's a feature for DF hack for this already, but being able to make sure there's nothing that's like an artifact or otherwise super important. I mean, that's probably already included. Maybe you'd consider tossing in a little extra. Okay. The following goods were added in counter offer. You better not have added anything like super important. This kind of guy trying to be sneaky with me. Okay, so you asked specifically for those cups. Dude, you better not be trying to scam me. Like, honestly. Hmm. Okay, it looks like he's just buying cups. It looks like there's nothing in these bins besides cups, which is good. No super valuable treasures here that he's trying to get off of me. That's fine. That's sure. Sure. Alright, cool. You got plenty of profit. You're a happy guy. Now, away you go. Away you go. Let me do my work. You guys gotta get on this. It's starting to get a little bit leaky here. Alright. Well, I don't think anything, well, okay, so, I guess the other thing that I could do, gee, I don't know. I think I just want to come back when the steel industry is kind of established, because I didn't think about it. I didn't think about all the things I needed, and I didn't realize that I didn't have any freaking coal whatsoever. I also didn't see me running out of wood either. So, because we can't actually make steel, I kind of want to just do this on myself for the moment and come back when things are actually like happening. That and I have to try to figure out how this minecart system is even gonna work. So, yeah, I think we're gonna leave it there. I'll come back when things are a bit better, and when that time comes, perhaps we can bring back our adventurer. They can come in here and get some steel stuff. Start making use of the Adventurers Guild. But as far as all this goes, it looks like a rabbit. Look at that. Looks exactly like a little rabbit. It's pretty cute. Um, but as far as all this goes, it's a little dry, so... Well, it's a little wet, actually, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I will see you... I'll see you when I see you. Take care, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening.